Hello everyone, students and parents. Welcome. I know this is such a huge moment in your life, that big, important crossroads right after the Class 10 boards. It's exciting for sure, but I also know it can be incredibly confusing. Don't worry, we're going to figure this out together.
You know, if you're feeling that confusion, please believe me when I say you are definitely not alone. The pressure is immense, isn't it? It feels like it's coming from everywhere, from our families, our friends, and just this general idea of what society expects from us. It is completely normal to feel overwhelmed. My goal today is simple, to help replace that confusion with some real clarity. All right, let's start with a really important mindset shift. For so many years, there's been this outdated and frankly wrong idea of a single best stream. I want us to just throw that idea away. This isn't about finding the best stream, it's about finding the stream that's best for you, for your unique personality, your special talents, and what truly interests you. This is all about you.
So the big question is, where do we even begin? Well, the journey starts not by looking outside at what others are doing, but by looking inward. The very first step is self-reflection. We have to understand who you are before we can even begin to decide what you'll do. Think about this, and be really honest with yourself. When you're studying, which subject feels, well, less like a chore and more like something you're actually curious about? Is it when you're deep into solving a complex math problem? Or maybe when you're piecing together a historical event? That feeling, that sense of getting lost in a subject, that's a powerful clue. And let's think about how you like to think. Are you the kind of person who enjoys structured, logical steps to solve a problem? Or do you come alive when you're expressing new creative ideas? Or maybe you're just fascinated by people, why we do the things we do. Understanding your natural style of learning is probably your biggest strength. Now, what's really cool is that we can get some objective help with this self-discovery. Psychometric tests, or aptitude tests, are not exams you have to pass or fail. Think of them as scientifically designed tools that give you a data-driven look at your own strengths and interests. They provide so much clarity, and all without that pressure of an academic exam.
Okay, now let's talk about a brilliant concept that helps put all of these pieces together. It's a Japanese framework called Ikigai. It roughly translates to a reason for being, and trust me, it's a powerful way to connect what you love to a truly meaningful career.
So, the very first pillar of Ikigai is all about what you love. These are your passions, your hobbies, the things that just make you feel alive. This is really the heart of it all.
Next up, the second pillar. What are you good at? Let's think about your natural talents, the obvious ones and maybe even some hidden ones. This is where those psychometric tests can be incredibly insightful, sometimes pointing out strengths you didn't even realize you had.
The third pillar is where you connect to the bigger picture. How can your skills help solve a real problem in the world? This encourages you to think about your contribution, your mission. It's about finding a purpose that's bigger than just yourself.
And finally, the fourth pillar, which is, of course, very practical. What can you be paid for? This is all about turning your passion and your skills into a profession that can actually support you financially.
And right here, this is where the magic happens. Your Ikigai, it lies right at the center, at the intersection of these four pillars. When what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for all come together, well, you don't just find a career, you find your reason for being.
So now that we're armed with all this self-knowledge, let's actually explore the streams themselves. And we're going to bust some major myths and take a fresh look at the incredible opportunities each path unlocks in the world today.
Here's a quick, clear overview. The science stream really hones your analytical and problem-solving skills. Commerce is all about building that business acumen and financial literacy. And the arts, well, it develops these invaluable skills like critical thinking, creativity, and empathy. Each stream builds a different but equally powerful foundation for your future. So maybe you love science. I want you to forget the old limits of just doctor or engineer. Today, the science stream is a launchpad for some of the coolest careers imaginable. Data scientist, AI expert, game developer, product designer. Seriously, you could be building the smart cities of tomorrow or creating the next viral video game.
And what about commerce? Oh, it's so much more than just aiming to be a chartered accountant. This stream is for our future entrepreneurs, our startup founders. It's for the digital marketers who shape online business and the financial analysts who guide multi-crore investments. The potential is huge.
And now, for anyone who has ever been told that the art stream has no scope,
Please, just take a good look at this list. We are talking about top corporate lawyers, sports psychologists working with our athletes, civil servants running our country, content creators with millions of followers. The opportunities are not just vast, they are deeply impactful.
Okay, now that we see all the amazing possibilities, let's talk about the traps. Understanding these common mistakes is going to empower you to make a confident choice that you won't end up regretting.
There is such a massive difference between guidance and pressure. Guidance is a supportive, open conversation. Pressure sounds like, but all my friends are taking science, or our family only has doctors. Parents, your role is to guide and support, not to push. And students, it's your turn to really take ownership of this decision.
So here it is, the big takeaway. Please avoid these common mistakes. Don't choose just based on your marks. Don't just follow your friends into a stream. And please, please don't ignore that gut feeling, that inner voice that tells you what you truly enjoy. Do your homework, do the research, and break free from those old, tired myths.
So as we start to wrap this up, I just want to leave you with a few final thoughts. I hope they give you the confidence you need as you take this incredible next step.
What does this number mean? 70%. This isn't just a feeling, it's a fact. Research has shown very clearly that 70% of students perform better academically when they choose a stream that lines up with what they're genuinely interested in. Remember that. Passion fuels performance. It really is that simple.
And one more thing, let's all take a deep breath and lower the pressure. Your choice in Class 11, it sets a direction, yes, but it is not a life sentence. Our education system is becoming more and more flexible. And you know what? It is possible to change your path later on. This choice is significant, but it absolutely does not have to be a stressful one.
So, I will leave you with this final thought. There is no such thing as a wrong stream. There is only the right fit for your unique journey, for your unique story. So do your self-reflection, explore all your options, and then choose with complete and total confidence. Your future is so bright.